Hey
welcome
guys.
to a special tea drop episode starring me, Storytime with Rikkii.
And me, Realityreceiptspod. Thanks for being here with us.
Yes.
We're off to a crazy start for the second drop of the episodes, but we're not going to do our recap today. We're just doing a little tea drop episode for you.
Yeah, we're going to do our recap on Tuesday as planned, and we promised to watch the full episodes because some of y'all was real mad in them comments like, if we're going to recap, at least both hosts should fully watch the episode. So we are fully engulfed, and
yes,
I am happy to report, you guys, that the season does get better. It does pick up. Like, I can say that with absolute certainty.
We've heard some things that it does definitely get way more exciting. So it's been a slow start, but I think they were really trying to build up to something that will pay off later. So it's gonna pay off eventually. So, but yes, most of your comments have been very nice, and we appreciate that. So thank you so much. But just a couple of people that they don't want me to explain the episodes to Rikkii. They want her reaction. But we only did that one time. I mean, that was on the premiere day, so we were
was
just excited.
Warranted.
We couldn't wait.
The first two episodes was like, it was warranted because y'all know it was hard to get through. But you know what? We heard you, and we're fully gonna watch. But
we jumped the gun because we were just so excited to start recapping.
It was premiere day. That was like a last minute episode.
Yeah, premiere day is just an exciting day. So something exciting that's happening this weekend is the reunion is filming. So a lot of the cast has been flocking to Los Angeles, and some old cast as well. So we saw Leo from last season, Brittany from last season, AD. Actually saw Ollie from UK. Love is Blind is also in LA. They're all in LA. We don't necessarily know if they will appear, but usually if they're in LA this weekend, that means that they are going to appear at it.
Gotta be at the reunion.
I know a lot of people don't like the old cast members being there, but I don't mind it.
I mean, I think they can be there, but like, I think spending too much time focusing on them is where you lose the audience. Like a quick check-in, like, hey girl, like, fine, but don't spend. I don't need a 5-minute segment on Zach and Bliss. I just don't. I
feel like the first time they did it, it was mostly like just their little reactions in the audience, which I thought was funny because
I liked that element. Yes.
Yeah, because you're seeing their reactions as like an audience after you've watched them on the show, which is pretty funny.
That's fine.
But yeah, last time it felt like they did spend a lot of time like doing the catch-ups and talking to them, and we're like, we have so much we want to know about this cast. Like, we don't have time for this. So
or
the
being
reunions
like,
are short.
What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, okay, we don't care what they think. Ask the cast on the stage what they think. How about that? Like, and actually
we have
my girlfriend.
We have too much to get to.
Yeah. It's like, don't ask the cast their opinion. Don't ask them what they're up to. I hope maybe Ollie and AT will be at this reunion together and confirm their dating. But like, don't spend too much time on the old cast. A girlfriend of mine actually seen Nick and Vanessa out at dinner at Taisho in Sherman Oaks tonight. So that checks out that they are in town filming the reunion.
Yep, all of the cast is in town being spotted. So Nick and Vanessa, I guess they're obviously still hosting the reunion. So I know that will make some people sad. Some people don't mind them. Some people, I think their hands are kind of tied in terms of like what they can ask and do by the producers. So they're just doing their best. But hopefully it's a good reunion. We'll see.
I do feel like last reunion, they lost it. I do feel like the reunion with Trevor. There we go. All the T's. Travis. I do feel
Tyler, Trevor,
Travis, Chelsea. I don't know. I do feel like that reunion. I was like, oh, they're.
That was good.
That was a good one. Like, they're getting a hang of it. We were impressed, and then they dropped the ball. So maybe this time they'll pick it up. However, I do think that they are making a massive mistake recording the reunion this soon. Because
they always do it too early.
It's too early. I'm pretty sure the cast, I'm sure they've seen the episodes, but like 7 through 9 is just coming out. Like, so much tea and stuff is going to happen on the internet in these next couple of weeks. and they just lost any opportunity to capture that. I think that they should have learned to stop recording the reunion so dang early. Like, at least record it after all the episodes have dropped, so you could get all the behind the scenes tea, you know?
Yeah, I feel like they should be able to record it and get it out within like a week. I don't know how it all works, but that doesn't seem like it would be impossible. So a week, I think, would be good. I mean, we don't want them to do a live one again. That did not go well. But
no, don't do a live one. Like, but don't do. Come on, the season doesn't end for another 3 weeks. Like, do you know how? Like, there's tea coming out. There's tea brewing about Alex right now. There's tea. You know what I mean? Like, there's just more tea gonna come out in the coming weeks, and now you guys can't even be up to date.
They're not going to be able to address any of it because they don't know what's going to happen yet. So it's strange that they do it so early. But
so I guess that means that we're not getting invited to the reunion this year, since we haven't got word to come tomorrow.
Well, you're close by. I mean, Rikkii is in town, you guys. So
I can make call her if you need me there.
It's like a 2-hour flight for me, so it's not that bad. But you definitely can make it. Yeah. But I think we know who won't be at the reunion, and that's Tyler, because he's busy on Hinge, right? So.
Yes. I did post a video on my TikTok that, somebody sent me Tyler's dating profile on Hinge. And again, it's worth noting that he is a single man. He is separated from Ashley. So I don't think that was like what was so salacious about it. The account is not verified. So he's hopped into my comments implying that it's not him. Yes. Again, we don't believe a word you say. You can tell me the sky is blue, and I'm going to have to look up and check, okay? Because, unfortunately, all of your credibility...
He's lost that privilege.
Yes. And at the end of the day, I don't think he's dumb enough to verify. He's pretty dumb. Like, he's pretty dumb for, saying that, you could save sperm in your freezer at home. But, I don't think he's dumb enough to verify his profile, because then it's verified, right? And then we know it's him.
Then he can't deny it, then.
Yes, if it's not verified, he can use the whole catfish angle.
Yeah, he's a professional sneaky guy, so we don't put anything past him. Yeah. yes,
Liler, we call him Liler. That's what we call him over here. I personally don't give a hoot if he's dating or not, or if it is his profile or not. But we did, you guys. Oh my god, you guys, we got into a mini TikTok beef. We got into a mini TikTok beef. I have to tell you guys, because it's so funny. Because first of all, he had me blocked. Actually, I was blocked on everything. So when I seen him comment on my TikTok, I was like, so you unblocked me to come creep on my page. So he left 3 comments in a span of 5 minutes. I'm not joking. The first one, so bothered. The first one was like, I thought you verify everything before posting. And I responded to him and I said, I thought you didn't know who I was. Caught you in another lie. Because him and Ashley both publicly said, when people would comment under their post and say, Storytime with Rikkii said they'd be like, who's that? So I thought you didn't know who I was. And now all of a sudden you know. And then his second comment,
they're watching you.
Yeah. Girl, yes, I live rent free in their head for sure. With good reason. If Tyler seen me on the street, he'd probably slap the dog shit at me. And honestly, I wouldn't even blame him, to be fair.
Yeah, you gotta stay out of DC.
I definitely wouldn't go without security. And then his second comment said something along the lines of, proof that you guys believe anything that's on the internet. So again, the implication that we got it wrong, that we're all still wrong about him.
You're getting divorced, sir. It's been proven. It's not the internet. It's the facts. It's blood tests. It's children. It's DNA. We know it's children. So the fact that stop. You have to stop at some point, right? So there's still that. He was obviously he was just so happy to finally have something that we got wrong. Finally. He's been waiting for months. And it's a dating profile. Obviously we verify everything we post, but that was just a silly little he's on Hinge, whatever.
Right. And
you said, we're never gonna know.
There's not a way to verify. Yeah, unless the profile's verified, there's no way for me to verify that that's him. I have no access to Hinge, but to me, the point was that he's single and that he's on the prowl and he's on the loose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, we do have proof of that, right? Because you were sent some other things.
Yes, I was also sent. Wait, let me tell you about the third comment he left. The third comment he left because it was really, 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 really funny. He said something along the lines of, "Oh, tell her to verify this. Does she have any verification that it's actually me?" And then he said, "She needs to use my name to survive." That's what he said. That Storytime with Rikkii, need to use him, Tyler, whatever his last name is, name to survive. And I said, you know what you need to survive? A job. Shelter. Groceries.
Oh boy.
All things that you can't afford. Okay, so
we better be careful or he's gonna pop out with like a podcast or something.
Nobody will listen. So again, and if I had to guess, I would guess it is him, 100% him, yeah. And he purposely didn't verify the account so that he could say it's a catfish because what has been sent to me is him out on several dates, so at least with 2 different women and on 3 different dates. So
do they not have Netflix, I guess, hey? Or the internet?
Yeah, some people don't watch Love is Blind. I know that's hard for crazy. Us to believe. That's wild. But some people don't watch Love is Blind, and some people don't know who he is. So yeah, he was seen out on a date rock climbing. He was seen out on a date rock climbing with a very cute girl. Like, she was super cute. She was a lighter, fair-skinned girl, like lighter curly hair. You know, you remember when his likes got leaked, yes. And all the types of girls he was liking? Fit right in line with that. And then he was seen 2 days after Valentine's Day at like I think it's like a bar or something out in the DC area with a different girl. So again, he is dating. So he's meeting these girls somewhere. So to say that he's on a dating app isn't like crazy. You know what I mean? It isn't like far-fetched. And again,
he's got to be meeting them somewhere. So
yeah. And notice in my comments, he said everything but that's not my profile. He never said that. So that's the thing about a manipulative, lying is that, you're like, I censored myself, is that
I love it.
They never like they're cunning with their words and they hop around the topic. Like he never said you left 3 comments. You never said, this is not my profile.
Yeah.
That's all you had to say, sir. You said
he's given too many details.
All the videos I made of you. Videos I made of you comment on the one that's like the least relevant. Not your child support, not you knocking up your baby mama, not nothing, but you comment on a dating profile? Okay, sir.
Yeah, he was finally able to deny something that might actually be true, but we still don't believe him anyway.
We don't believe it. It's him. Like we said, he's meeting these girls somewhere. He's definitely going out on dates because I have video evidence of at least 2 dates. So it's like, it's you. Yeah. Anyway.
Well, back to this current. Oh, sorry. You got more, Tyler? What happened?
No, hell no. We don't have. But Ramses is also on the dating app. But again,
they are
they're like a duo, I guess.
Yeah, they're always together.
Yeah.
They're each other's wingmen, I guess.
Pray for them.
Stay safe. And the women of DC.
Here's a little fun tea. The women of DC, stay safe. That allegedly, one of the people who sent me the little videos of them out, because in one of the videos Ramses was with him. They said to blame editing on how they were portrayed on the show. And that's actually what both of them said, which is funny, is that Tyler actually got a good edit.
He had the best edit. That's the best he's ever gonna look in his whole life. So.
Yeah, like if anybody were to actually watch season 7 and not get a hold of the social media tea, he would actually look like a really good guy. It was the stuff in real life that made him look like a douche. So that's what he said. And I said, oh, he's still lying. Okay, because that's a lie. Because actually your edit was swell, sir. Like, it was swell.
And that's the funny thing about the edits, right? If someone has like a good edit and they look really good, they never blame the edit. They're never like, that's not right. That's not actually me. But if it's a bad edit, they say that's not actually me. So like, remember before when I said the best reality TV people are the ones without like self-awareness, because you really just don't realize how you're acting. And I've found that with like Dave from this season. Like, I genuinely think him watching the show, he is shocked. Like, he had no idea that this is how he is. And we won't talk about the new drop yet, but just wait, you guys, because if you thought it was bad before, it gets a lot worse. So he definitely, I'm sure he'll be blaming the edit, so we'll just stay tuned for that excuse coming. That's the favorite one.
That's every douchebag's favorite line. So
So did you see Alex on the Vile Files? He did an interview, and I posted a little clip of it where he called Madison, well, he didn't call her a bully, but he said she was bullying Mason on the show. So what do you think about that?
I think that Alex's favorite word is bully. I don't know. He uses it a lot.
He does, yes. I don't know if it really like applies in this situation. You know, I think maybe she was a bit hard on him, and I know people have really strong opinions about her, but I don't think she was bullying him. I mean, there was like a point where Alex was kind of, like we said last time, he was laughing in Mason's face a little bit, is how it kind of came across. And they're like dating the same girl, and she's dating both of them. Like, it's a weird situation. So I don't think I would call any of it bullying. But I'm almost like inclined to because I like you said, people have so many strong opinions about Madison, and it's just so how people can have a different take, because that's just not the take that I got at all. You know what I mean? I found, I didn't find Madison to be perfect, but I found, Alex to be just as problematic. I found Mason to be quite problematic. Like, we literally see him tell both girls, like, I'm committed to you, and then he tells Meg the next day, like, you're my number one. So it's like, I don't know. Bullying is definitely not the right word. It seems like they all could have done something differently or better. Like, I don't think anyone was bullying anyone, but Madison.
I think that Alex is really trying to play into this whole, I was bullied. I'm sensitive to bullying. I don't like this behavior, and I think he thinks the word bullying is going to evoke some type of sympathy, and that's why he.
It does seem like a buzzword sort of that he's using, like, without actually like putting the meaning behind it, or like, because I in that same conversation on the Vile Files, he was like bullying, but then I can't give any specific examples. Like, you couldn't think of anything to back it up. So it was sort of like he just wanted to say the word to get it out there, maybe because he knew a lot of people would have a strong reaction to that, because a lot of people have been bullied. So you hear that and you're like, oh no, we don't put up with bullying, and so they're just gonna automatically be on his side, where he probably didn't need to use that word, but I don't know. He's kind of...
And did you see Madison's reply to that?
I did. I don't think she's very happy with him, because her reply was, I think it said something like, if, like, pointing out men's weird behavior is bullying,
holding
then, like,
men accountable. You guys, it was literally a video, and it says, if holding men accountable is considered bullying, then what was the end of the statement? Then I'm here for it, or that's what.
Yeah,
then I'm here for it. So.
But the most important part of it was the song. So
you guys, it was literally over Kendrick's diss to Drake that was like, "Say Drake, I hear you like I'm young. When I ever go to cell block 1." So obviously that is a direct response to the allegations that are going on, or that are going around about Alex right now. And I feel like that
which are actually old. I mean, starts, but the allegations against Alex are pretty serious. So
they're very serious. And for Madison to reply implicating that these allegations have any validity to them was I was shocked. I said, oh, this is like this is it's a headshot at Alex, and she's not hiding what she's saying here. You know what I mean? Like,
she's sort of like
acknowledging
it. Yeah, she's acknowledging to all of us, like, I've heard this too, and I know what's happening. So
So what do you think of everything that's going on with the whole Alex and?
Well, you have talked to some of the people involved, right?
Yeah.
So you're gonna post a video with the receipts on TikTok?
Yeah. So here's the thing, guys. Like, I haven't said anything about it. I think we kind of touched on it a little bit last episode, but the only thing that's like really floating around right now is Reddit, right? And like, Reddit is very easy to discredit or to discard as not factual. And I think we said it in our last episode that, like, you know, these stories were coming out before Alex was announced as a cast member. They were coming out before he was even on the reunion last year. So unless 6-7 women are just making up the same story about a random guy from Minneapolis, because that's who he in June, he was a random guy from Minneapolis, like, there would be no reason to say these things about him. Like, he didn't have like, he was a nobody. But I took the extra step because I like to, you know, I feel like my online or on my TikTok, like, I've become known for, both of us have become known for our credibility. So we, you know, especially with an allegation like that, like, we want to have some receipts. And I've talked to literally 6 women myself, obviously, all want to remain anonymous, but I feel like the ladies were able to provide some details. I didn't speak to any of them together. I spoke to all of them separately. So they were able to provide.
So they don't know each other.
They don't know each other. So they were able to provide some details that I think might make people have a different perspective of what happened. So I am going to share that on my TikTok, because I think it's important to see the receipts yourself and let you let you form your own opinion about it, you know, because obviously on Reddit you can't provide receipts without concealing your identity, I guess. So I think that's what's important for these ladies. So I think people will, you know, have an opinion on it once they see it. So I will share that within the coming days for sure.
Yeah, and then maybe we can talk about it more after you posted that, because I know lots of people have been asking and they want proof. Everybody wants to see proof. And for me, like, with my page, always I've said, unless somebody wants to, like, I'm happy to share someone's story and I'll always believe them. But unless, most of the time, unfortunately, people want to stay anonymous for a great reason. I understand why, but it's so hard to put something out there without being able to back it up, because people want, even when they see proof, they're still like, no, I still don't believe it. So it's hard. But once you have 6-7 multiple people with the same receipts, the same proof, it's really obvious that it is factual. So we'll circle back to that.
Yeah, and when there's smoke, there's fire, and that's just the reality. And I think that sometimes in difficult situations, like, you know, people are so quick to, like, victim blame and not blame the victim. And just because, you know, just because a crime or a potential crime has not been reported or whatever doesn't mean it didn't happen. So I'm like, you know, something happened, and, you know, like I said, I tried to gather as much proof and receipts as I possibly could to kind of just put some, like, just, you know, give a little more context to the story. So yeah.
Okay,
so we'll circle back.
We'll stay tuned for that. So remember a few episodes ago when we were talking about the Jim Tan lawman? He had made, like, a little clip teaser that he was going to be on a podcast, and the voice that he used in his teaser was Chris Burns from the Netflix We Have the Receipts podcast. Right. So we thought that he was doing an interview with them, but it turns out he was just making those clips, sort of trying to get some attention and some traction, because he is a big part of the storyline this season. So he was the one where you remember from the trailer where they say he lives in the building and somebody was with him like 48 hours before going on to the show. So he actually posted a bunch of receipts today. Yeah. And Yes. So he was talking about how he like was contacted by production. They really wanted him to be on the show. He had emails from them.
Yeah.
He had
I was trying to figure out. I was literally looking at it like, what is he saying? Because I guess his moment is starting now. Like, it's starting because if you guys if you guys have seen the new episodes, then you kind of can see, Dave and Lauren are on vacation and they start talking about their dating lives prior to coming on the experiment. And Lauren was very open. We're not recapping the episodes now, but just for context and just for this segment, like, she was open that she was dating a guy and he was, it was very casual, nothing serious, nothing to keep her from meeting her husband, basically.
Yeah. They weren't like a couple or anything.
Yeah, they weren't a couple, just dating, and nothing, to keep her husband from meeting her husband. So they start talking about this guy. Like, they start, we start hearing a little bit about their relationship. Again, to me, it wasn't anything that would make him come out and have to say anything, but I guess he's trying to prove that he's not a clout chaser, because I guess later on in the episode they're going to call him a clout chaser, and he's trying to prove that he's not a clout chaser. So he posted some text messages of production asking him to come on the show, and he refused. And I guess it's like, if you wanted clout, you would have went on the show. You probably should have went on the show if you want to like make fake podcast clips. He should have went on the show. That could have been his moment. But then again, I also understand not going on the show, because then they can manipulate you into whatever you want. They can edit it however they want. So wanting to have that control, that makes sense too. And then he also, I guess, like, stopped going home at a point. Like, the impact of this violation on my living conditions has been substantial. Like, that's what he posted. Like, that was one of his receipts. He posted like a little reel with like some receipts. So basically saying that he's had a hard time, like, with production being in his building and filming. It's made it difficult for him. Like, he even posted a little video of like showing that production was in the building filming, and that it impacted him to the point where like he stopped going home. So basically, I mean, he didn't say much. Like, he just said, basically production asked him to go on the show. He didn't go, and so that would prove that he's not a clout chaser. And that Dave and Lauren are in the same friend group, which that also came out. Yeah,
so
it's not a secret.
It doesn't sound like there's very much like tea there. It's just him and Lauren were hooking up, obviously, and he didn't want to be a part of the show. So I'm not sure what he wants to like correct now, but I think he wants to wait and see how the episodes play out. So if he does want to talk, we will let you know what he has to say. But he so far hasn't he's not doing any interviews as far as we know, and I think we have to see how the rest of the season plays out before we hear from him. So we'll stay tuned with that.
We'll keep you posted.
Another big part of the upcoming episodes is the TikTok that we've mentioned before. So this girl, Andra, her TikTok handle is Hope You Find Your Dad. So she had posted that TikTok crying a year ago when they first announced the cast, or they were first spotted out filming. And so that has been a part of the trailer, so everybody knows about that. So he does end up responding to her allegations in these upcoming episodes, and then today she posted a response. So basically she just said, she kind of, I wouldn't say she went back on anything that she said, but she did clarify a lot, saying she had only met up with him twice, they really weren't anything serious, and that her tears and her upset demeanor was because she had heard a lot of stories about him. So I posted a clip about this, and people basically said, she's very dramatic and wasn't really truthful, but also that he has a bad reputation in town, and a lot of women have stories about him. So it sounds like it's a little bit of both. Like, maybe she played up her part a little bit in it, but that he is, like, there are stories that she was sort of trying to relay, by showing that emotion, which everybody assumed was for herself, but it was really for all of the women. So if that makes any sense.
No, because my jaw is on the floor right now because I obviously didn't see her video because she blocked me. But when I posted a recap of this girl's video, like I literally posted a recap just telling people in my video what she said in her video. And the response that she gave me, I was like, what happened between the two of them? Oh my God. Like, I didn't mean to offend you in any way, shape, or form. I actually private messaged her and said, hey, you blocked me? You left a nasty comment? Like, why, is there something that I said that angered you? Like, I'm so sorry if I offended you, to where I thought that she had an extensive relationship with this man. And like, she called him some vile words in my DM. Like, she called him the A word. I'm just going to put that. She called him the A word. So for you to go to that extreme and you only went on 2 dates with him, that is insane to me, because you should have made it clear that these tears were coming from other stories from other women that you've heard. Because I myself have heard some stories. Some women have come to me about men or whatever. Like, I was just like very sympathetic to her because I thought that something happened that we weren't aware of. So for her to then be this dramatic over 2 dates, like that's extreme. That's extreme. Now, as far as the other women that have come forward, I've been trying to find, again, the safest way to, share their stories to where it doesn't backfire on them. And Ben is an asshole. Like, that would just say it how it is. Like, he's a freaking asshole. The stories that I have heard are, no like physical, just like asshole, emotional, you know what I mean? Emotional, like just an asshole. Player. Okay, a player, a playboy, a f-boy, just like every man I know. I'm just every man I know is a liar, a cheater, ain't shit. So along those lines, So I think even, didn't you say in her video, she said something along the lines of like, maybe I overreacted or I was dramatic or something.
Yeah, I think she said like, I can see how people would think I overreacted. So, and she did say something else interesting that was like, she wanted to make it dramatic, but like she really wanted to get the word out because in that situation of Love is Blind, she felt like he was going to be very hiding of who he really is, and that he was going to be able to fool somebody, and she was concerned about that. But she feels like she did her job by getting the word out while that was filming, and she's not concerned about him like on the loose now, because she feels like in the real world his behavior, it's very obvious, and that women will be able to see through it. So she just wanted to get it out there while it was filming so that no one married him. But I don't know. Like,
I mean, I think as far as that regard, that's valid, because I do think that Ben is putting on a show. He is putting on his best nice boy act. He's putting on his best happy face. Like, clearly what we're seeing on air right now is nothing like she described, or nothing like, the women that have come to me have described. So he is putting on a show, trying to get good airtime, trying to get good press, trying to get a good edit. So if her point was to like get production to get wind of this so that people could then warn Sarah, then mission accomplished. She did just that, because I heard that
she definitely got everybody's attention. So
and they do come forward and warn Sarah.
So we do have a little bit of a spoiler for the next drop of episodes. So I know some people don't want to hear spoilers. So if you don't want to hear about it, then this is your sign to tune out now. Come back on Tuesday and hang out with us then. This is just one tiny little spoiler. So, and it's actually not really a spoiler, I don't think, anymore, because they do tease it at the end of this drop. But the spoiler that we have is that Meg and Mason actually reconnected after they left the pots, and they became a couple. And so they did their own little reveal at home, and they come to the cast meetup as a couple. So that was kind of teased at the end of these episodes. You see them like holding hands and walking in together. So it's a little spoiler, but not a huge one. And we don't know what their status is today. So I'm assuming they're at the reunion tomorrow and filming that, and we'll find out if they are still a couple. So part of me feels like they are. I don't know. Do you think they're a good match? Or
I think they're a good match. I always thought that. Mason and Meg were a better match than Mason and Madison. I thought they were a good match. I thought they had like funny banter. I mean, some of the conversations they showed us we didn't need to see, but I did feel like they had a good connection. They would always say, "Oh, we're like the other version of each other." So I would be interested to know if they're still together to this day. That would be exciting. And we might have a little birdie at the reunion, so we might have some reunion tea for you guys to know if they're still together. So.
Yes, if we find out, we will obviously let you guys know first because, I do think they were a great match. And then I think he got a little caught up in like his sexual connection with Madison and got a little distracted.
Yes.
So not that him and Meg wouldn't have that same thing, but from what they showed us, at least, it seemed like that was more of a focus of Mason and Madison.
Yeah, and I noticed it a little bit, like Meg was kind of trying to, or Mason was trying to bring up some little sexual stuff with Meg, and she was for it, like she was okay. And maybe they talked about it more, but we just didn't see it. But yeah, I definitely think Madison led with that with Mason, or at least that's what they showed us on the show. So I love that for Meg and Mason. I think that, all of the people saying, oh, well, Madison ruined it for Meg and Mason. Now they can no longer say that because it ended up working out for the two of them. So we'll keep you posted if they're still together.
Yeah, there's a part. Yeah, there's that part where Madison yells like he's such a liar, and they're kind of making it seem like she's talking about Mason, but part of me is thinking she's talking about Alex. So they didn't show him at the meetup, so I'm wondering what's going on there. So that's why lots more excitement to come from the episodes once we're finally getting that, like the cast meetup, like you said, that was missing from the vacation because we don't have those previous partners engaged, seeing each other. So we're finally going to get that in the next drop. So
okay.
Yeah.
Well, and if you really love spoilers, go to my TikTok. I'm going to spoil the entire season with a lot more details. So,
you guys, she's going to have the details, the receipts, all of it is going to be over there. We give you a little bit of spoilers here, but Rikkii will give the rest on her TikTok. So yes. Well, thanks for joining us on our mini tea drop episode, and we'll be back Tuesday with our full recap of 7, 8, and 9. So we'll have lots to talk about.
Yes, so we will see you then. We hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we'll see you on Tuesday.
See you soon.